the pleasure to present to you Social Relief.
The first and the flesh, get it started. It's Friday and it's frightening.
I am happy to join with you today
Social.
in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. I have a dream.
Social Reload.
This is the one of the worst catastrophes in the world.
I have the pleasure to present to you Social Relief.
All right, Social Reload Show. That was not what's supposed to happen. Matt, either. No, yeah, we're live now, but I mean, I had it all planned out and I had everything going, and then things are just going haywire with this thing. So, no, well, it's because I've. Yeah, so let me get that fixed and straight for you, if I can find it. Okay. Yeah, here we are, Social Reload Show. Yeah, how are you guys? What's going on? Yeah. I have no idea. I mean, we were just issues upon issues upon issues, and damn it, hold on. Yeah, I just couldn't. Well, here we are now. We're live. Oh, I like that. That sounded really good. Oh, wow, you like that, huh? Wow, yeah. Do it again. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Do your best. Do your best. Come at us. Do your thing. So. Did you see that one guy got sentenced to the shooter guy? You know what I mean? The Parksdale shooter. The Parksdale shooter. Oh, really? The guy who I'm trying to. No, there was a shooter that went, I think, through a Parkland shooter. The Parkland shooter. He got I think he got life or something like that. Yes. You're quiet, huh? Okay. Hold on for a minute. Let's let me take that down. Test. Yeah, I got that. Yep. You work. Yep. Gotcha. Give me one sec. Let me. How's that? Let's see how that goes. Let's go. Okay, all right. We're gonna see how that goes and see if that works, because it might be a setting. Yeah. How's that yet? So, all right. So, I mean, you're at 100 right here on my end. I ain't got a 300. I got 100. That's all I got. Well, that's what I'm saying. I got you all the way up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on. So, uh, yeah, see? Here, hold on. I'll show you right now. Hold on, I'll show you right now. Hold on. Can you see this right here? Yeah, see this is you right here. Okay? All right, so this is the master volume of my computer. Okay? So when you talk, you're at 100 right here. Okay, so I don't know where else to look at to. Okay. Input, yep. So that's what I'm saying. I don't. Okay. Yeah, it's right here. Wait, hold on. Wait. You're right there.
That one?
You're right here.
Put that in the red real quick.
In the red? All right.
Yep. Test. I'm going to keep listening. Test.
Check 1 2 1 2.
There we go. Boom.
Yeah, but are you going to overmodulate?
Wait, but before I said put it in the red, I got real loud. So you can turn that back down real quick. Testing. Yeah, I'm clear as day now.
Oh, so I'll just you want me to leave you there then?
So turn that back down a little bit.
Okay.
So we can keep listening. Boom, boom, boom. He just turned it back down. I'm just waiting, so the fucking delay.
Yeah.
Test.
We were doing a live test in the social relay.
I know it sucks that we're doing a live test, but hey, we're gonna make it happen.
To do it, yeah.
Yeah, you can go down a little bit more even.
All right.
Keep going a little bit more than that, like 10% more.
All right.
And I think
right now you're in the yellow.
Like I'm loud as shit.
Are you overmodulating me?
Test. Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right.
That's pretty good. If
Am
you
I
want
pretty good?
10 more percent, but it looks like we're matching out now.
All right. I mean,
as far as like
we'll go 6.5.
Showing me like we're matched. Audibly. It says that's good now.
We're all good.
So yeah, we're all good. Let's actually have a discussion. Let's do this.
Finally, jeez.
Finally, exactly.
All right, let me get this guy.
Changed, but all of a sudden, even before I said put me in the red, like when I said put me in the red, that was real loud.
Right.
All of a sudden, just out of nowhere. You you hadn't touched anything. I know because I was watching your screen. But all of a sudden, like it worked. So
it worked.
Here we are.
Here we are. You are.
And jive on a Wednesday somehow. Social Reload Show.
Wow, we did it. We actually fixed something.
We fucking did it, Belly. We did it.
Belly came in the back end and said, "Here I am, bitches."
Yeah, he goes. Look, I can't hear y'all.
Let me fix it. The fuck's wrong with this goddamn?
We got 3 people in. What's up, guys? What's up?
Hold on, let me change the date because I fixed this date earlier and it's not changing over.
Goodness,
motherfucker! Goddamn.
Oh my goodness.
Motherfucker, what is going on with this
He's
guy?
still not doing his job after what, a year now? Come on, man.
A year.
We need to fire his ass. I don't even care if he hears me.
Let's see. There we go. Now it's fixed. Now we're jiving. Welcome to the show, the Social Reload Show. I am Bull
On a weird night.
on a weird Wednesday night. Hump day, if you want to call it. Hump day. You ever get that? I mean, like,
I say it to people all the time.
yeah, I mean, but you ever, like, there used to be a series of commercials with, like,
Oh, yeah,
camels.
the camel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hump day.
Oh, dude. Hey, Susan. Susan.
What?
Is it?
Hump day. But no, I've always enjoyed those commercials, but I've never understood, the whole hump day. To me, it's just always
Well,
been a
'cause
day.
it's the hump of the week. It's right it's all downhill from here, baby, because it's 2 more days. It's the weekend.
That is true, but of course, my days are different than yours. So
That's true. That's
yeah,
true.
yeah,
It's
my
like-
my week sort of shifted from,
He
so.
gets a once a year weekend where he goes to Prague and opium
I party with the best of them. You know what I mean?
and mushroom. I don't know why Prague. That doesn't even make sense.
Prague, Italy. Sure, I'll go to Prague, Italy. Yeah.
He's going to Amsterdam and eating mushrooms and
Wow.
surfing naked on his 1 weekend a year. It only lasts 48 hours. He gets a lot done in 48
Is it like what's it called, the Purge, where once a year you get to go out and just do whatever.
My cat won't stop opening my door to the studio. Just everything wrong today. Like, Oreo, come on, bro.
Dude, the other,
Like Jabba the Hutt.
speaking of going wrong, like what was it?
Do what?
Saturday, right? Just things at work were just like, not going right, and then all of a sudden I get to my production, because I had a production to do this weekend, because like Chewy Rocks was in charge of the decorations and stuff like that, and the lighting and all that. So so then I went to after the production was done, I was helping out clean up, and then took out the trash, and things were trying to go right and whatever, and all of a sudden I stepped on a nail from a board, and I'm like,
shit.
motherfucking goddamn shit, and I'm just
Bullshit.
like, God, think, it was just a strange day, so.
Sounds like one for the books.
Yeah, man, I was just like done. I was like, all right, we're done. All right, it's out, But it was a crazy ass party, man. They were playing Spanish music, because it was like a quince, right? Yeah, so it was like just the DJ was like playing, and I was I brought in some LED color wash lights, to made the room. Troy Rocks and I made the room the room before you go into the main hall into a like haunted mansion type scene, so
Like Disney?
yeah, kind of like a Disney, had candles all the way around.
Y'all gonna do
Had-
Halloween this year?
Yeah, actually, I'm doing Hollow Scream and Halloween Horror Nights. So
And Halloween Horror Nights?
and Halloween Horror Nights. So
Nah, jeez.
yeah, doing both. So
You're just throwing money away.
no, not really. I mean, listen, I haven't been to HOS in a long, long time.
Yeah, but you go to Halloween Horror Nights every year, right?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
Yeah, that's your shit.
That's, I mean, and for me, it's I like going there. I enjoy going for the production value.
Right.
But I mean, it doesn't really scare me too much. I mean, like, there's been 1 or 2 times that have got me, but
Yeah, be scared of you. You're a big boy.
yeah. I mean, it's like, hey, what's up? How you doing? And I usually go first anyway. So, with the whole group.
You know
And,
that's a mechanism too, though.
What's that?
That's a coping mechanism too. That's how I
Sure.
react as well. But I also realize that in itself is a coping mechanism when you're like, oh shit, there he is, or hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could be, but I mean, like, for me, I know I kind of know where these people are, because you can kind of tell where they're going to come
Oh,
out
of course.
of,
Yeah. Well, and you know that it's all make believe.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
So you haven't been to what was
HOS.
HOS since you worked there.
Hollow Scream, yeah, it's been probably about good. I don't know what we're in 2022, probably good 6 years.
Because you were working that thing every year too, right?
Yeah, I was doing stage managing and doing tech for that. But I mean, it was neat. I mean, I enjoyed it. But no, I haven't been to Busch Gardens. I haven't even been to HOS since I don't know what 2012. I think I started 2013, something like that. 2014 maybe. So. But it's fun. I mean, it's enjoyable to see.
We already have our tickets, actually.
Do you really for HOS?
For houses, for the Busch Gardens one.
Yeah, HOS. Yeah, Hollow Scream.
Yeah, I don't like it called that. HOS, I've never heard.
Well, we've
Hollow
always
Scream.
Yeah, we've always called it.
That's the vernacular I'm comfortable with. It does not mean anything.
Well, I mean,
it means House of Screams or something is what my brain's doing.
Well, I mean, really, to be honest with you, like when you're doing tech over there, it's that's kind of like what they call it. So
no, I get that, but that's not me. I didn't work it or anything like that.
Well, I mean, just like Halloween Horror Nights.
It doesn't mean anything to me. It'd be like you walking up to me and being like, "Hey, so Ed was talking about blah blah blah," and I'm like, you're like, you know him as probably like, I don't know.
Source code.
I'll be fucking EJ. Why didn't you just say EJ? You know what I mean?
No, I get it. I mean, I understand that. But yeah, we're gonna go with both of them. Hollow Scream, I'm kind of interested to see how they're doing it this year, because I think the last year that I was there, if I remember correctly.
Hey, did you see the Halloween Horror Nights has a weekend house?
That's the one that's been sort of on the discussion plate since they came out with that.
And who doesn't love the Weeknd?
I don't know who the Weeknd is, to be honest.
What
with
the
you.
fuck are you talking about?
the only time I saw this guy was
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, and that's it.
That's it.
And I could probably tell you
The Weeknd. Go listen to him.
the song is probably one of the songs is really popular. They played on the radio.
That's all you need.
What do I need? The Weeknd?
The Weeknd, bro. His music is so good. It's like a modern day Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson was a man.
He was a man in his own right, I guess.
I'm sorry.
He was the man in his own right.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that I like Michael Jackson. I'm not saying anything against Michael Jackson. I'm just saying he wasn't a man, and he wasn't writing songs like a man. In fact, he bought most of his songs. But The Weeknd is writing songs like from like with like a male perspective, is what I'm saying. Like where Michael wasn't.
Okay, I mean,
I'm nothing against Michael. I love Michael.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I'll listen to his shit all the time.
But I mean, I don't know. I've just never. How long has he been out? I mean,
The Weeknd?
Yeah.
For a long time, dude.
Really?
For 10 years.
So then, why hasn't? Maybe because I just don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and Wikipedia this shit.
Well, then maybe probably because I've never like maybe memorized the name of his song or something like that.
You'd have to like kind of like R&B type, hip hop type music, which you're not looking for, I don't think.
Yeah, I like R&B. I mean,
but you're not going out and looking for it.
I mean, if it's got a
looking for it.
If it's got a nice tune and a good vibe to it, but yeah.
I guarantee you've heard some of his songs. They're all over.
Yeah, I'm probably.
The Hills was a good one. That one would got him real famous. Starboy was another one.
Boy, you're really
out right now, and that one everybody loves.
You're really marking out to this guy.
Years active. 2009 is when he started, bro.
Wow.
2009 is when he came out.
What's going on?
And he was born in 1990. That boy's 5 years younger than me.
What's going on with his hair?
He's so fucking rich. What's going on with his hair? That's what got him going, kind of. Everybody was like, "Oh, look at this guy with the crazy hair."
So I got him pulled up. Let's see, The Weeknd.
So play everybody knows The Hills. That one.
The Hills.
Super famous. The Hills is what it's called. It was super famous.
Well, I'm looking at his YouTube channel now.
Yeah, I see you. I can see your screen.
Let me try The Hills, I guess.
Yeah, The Hills.
Oops.
Save Your Tears is like from the new single that just came out. I guess a year ago now. It feels much like much less time than that.
The Hills. Let's see. Hills. The
Hills.
TAG.
Not that hard.
The Hills. Yeah,
The Hills.
no, I just want to
Like
make
the
sure.
hills have eyes.
Yeah. Just want to make sure.
There you go.
There we go.
So probably don't play the remix. You just clicked on a remix.
Oh yeah, goddamn. Hold on, chill out. That's another goddamn.
That's
remix.
another remix.
There we go.
Just keep no. Call Out My Name is a good one too, but that's not like a popular one. High for this, another great song, but it's not.
Can't Feel My Face. High for This.
Yeah, it's a great
The
song.
Morning.
That's a good song.
Can't Feel My Face.
That one also famous. Can't Feel My Face was playing all over the radio.
After Hours. Trust Issues.
DD, a remake of a Michael Jackson song, Dirty Diana. Play that. You know the song Dirty Diana by Michael Jackson?
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Go ahead and play that.
If I heard it, I probably would hear it. You know.
So, but this is The Weeknd.
Yeah, I know.
It's a Michael Jackson track that he remade, or I guess re-record, however you want to put it, re-recorded,
Remastered.
Covered it is probably the best way to put it.
Can you hear it?
No, but as long as you can and YouTube can, that's fine with me. I know the song. I know all of the song. I am a Weeknd fan for sure.
Are you really? Are you a
Big time.
Weeknd?
Big time.
So take your head off of me. I know your every move, so won't you please let me be? I've been here.
I didn't think you were a Weeknd Mark.
Oh, what?
I didn't think you were a Weeknd Mark.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I mean, you don't know what a mark is?
A mark?
A mark, like you're marking out to somebody.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, I mean, we used to use that a lot around the BRN.
We're about to rob somebody or kill somebody.
No, we used to use that a lot around the BRN. Like you're marking out the Bubba. You're marking out.
Oh no! So that was an inside thing for them. That's not like a well-known phrase.
No, but yeah, I mean it is. They use it on national TV too.
No.
You know, so I mean, you're marking out.
Anyway, High for This is good on your own time. In the morning or whatever is good. The Birds is great. Wicked Games is great. There's I think that's the one with Ed Sheeran in it. Blinding Lights, like I said, is out right now. That one's good.
The Blinding Lights, this one.
Yeah, you clicked on a remix, but
Jesus, what is up with all these? Why can't they?
Because everybody's remixing this shit because it's fucking hot fire.
Just give me the video that I want.
So the Hills is going to be like probably at the bottom or whatever because it's one of the earlier ones that were released. Come on, chat, back me up. The Weeknd is fucking sexy.
I don't know. I mean, it might have some good tunes to it, but you know, what?
Oh, I found it.
You found it?
Found it? No, the guitar pick that dropped.
Oh, okay. You know, which is great. I mean, if they're, you know, the shizness with the Grizz, that's
so
fantastic.
This with the Old Face, this is his newest album that just came out. It's okay.
It's okay. All right.
It's okay. Just okay.
Okay.
Older stuff, if you go back to older albums, like Trilogy is a great album. I can recommend damn near the whole thing.
Wow.
And it's long too. I mean, it's a big CD.
I didn't think this was in your bag, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, right. Most people don't, but I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Honestly. And it took me a while to get into. The 50 Shades of Grey song, he wrote the fucking theme song for 50 Shades of Grey, which everybody loved.
The one that, the real poppy one?
Yeah, his music is poppy. Yeah, what do you mean? What is it called? Oh my god, I'm hearing it in my head right now.
I probably know what you're talking about too, and I could probably play it if I can get the other thing to work. So, but that's all right. I'll work that out.
Yeah, what's the name of that track? The 50 Shades of Grey track.
Let's see. This guy over here.
Scroll down. Earned It. That's what it's called.
Which one is it?
Number 3.
3?
Number 3.
Okay.
Yep, that one.
Great yeah.
Great. Anyway, that's The Weeknd.
I know that was The Weeknd.
Yep, that's The Weeknd.
Is it him singing?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
great voice, right?
Yeah.
He's from Canada.
Is he really?
Yeah,
Canada. Aye.
Canada. I mean,
Hey.
Canada's taken over a lot of our entertainment industry lately, for real.
Well, because it's cheaper to film in Canada.
Well, not that. I'm talking about like the Biebs came from Canada.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Is from Canada. Drake is from Canada.
Wow.
Like, I mean, a lot of the big players in the industry, in the entertainment industry, are from Canada.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I know a lot of actors were. I mean, but you know, I didn't know a lot of like the music industry people. Were.
Yeah, the music industry is popping off up there, man.
Wow.
And type of music, like the R&Bs, the hip hops, you know, that kind of stuff. The thing that's really kind of popping right now.
So-
and really, we got some rock, we got some metal up there too. There's a YouTuber like that's Canadian. What is he called?
Oh.
I can't think of his name right now off top, but and anyway, it's probably not a good idea to promote somebody else's channel anyway, or something. But anyway, he's like Canadian, and he does like metal reviews and stuff, and like tutorials on music engineering, and like he's like a producer in the industry or
Okay.
whatever, putting bands and stuff, and that's Canadian based. He's recorded some big names for us here in America and stuff, and that's kind of his claim to fame. So I mean, you know, it's all over, man. Canada's up there with in our entertainment for sure.
Maybe I should get a bunker in Canada and start making
Say
it
that
hot
again?
over there. I said maybe I should get a bunker in Canada.
So I actually thought that a lot too,
Uh,
especially being from Alaska and stuff. Like Canadians, are neighbors, regardless, like in a big way. And we went through it, and we stayed there for a little bit and stuff, occasionally or whatever. And so I'm definitely not. Right now, I'm kind of against it
why?
because of politics.
Oh, really?
Right, but in
I
general,
didn't-
not. I really like Canada.
I didn't think you'd be a politic type person.
I'm not, but right now there's a lot of it going around, and it's being shoved where it shouldn't be shoved. It's I don't know how to put that without getting into a political discussion. Anyway, I'm not.
Okay,
trying
just for example, like what is it in general that you're,
Well,
not agreeing about?
They're doing the same thing with the pronouns, like New York and California is doing, where you have to use somebody's ridiculous one of 31 pronouns or whatever on any given day.
Oh,
And you just have to kind of know about it, otherwise you're in big trouble, and they can do things legally to you and stuff.
really?
You're not going to start dictating my speech in any kind of way. And this boy over here, because he feels like purple tomorrow and he feels like a toaster today, and how am I supposed to know? I'm not even trying to guess. I'm not trying to play your game at all. And so the government's not going to get involved in my speech like that. And so for those reasons, I don't want to.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is that
Dust is settled. Let's say
they-
I'm good with Canada again.
Yeah.
Like right at the moment, I'm not okay with that.
so what you're trying to say is that if a person wakes up and says that, I'm going to be a toaster or a lizard or a Smurf or whatever
Yeah.
I'm going to be,
I feel like
they're telling you that you have to acknowledge.
you have to,
that.
yeah, and you can get in trouble for not calling them a them or themselves or
Right, the verbiage. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
you. So I mean, what happens? And here's my question: because nowadays with medical technology that we have, you can make yourself like a male or a female, But my question is like, okay, so now with all this stuff going on, what do you say to that? Like, how do you know what to say? So, do you call them a ma'am before they're a ma'am, or
so literally my thinking is you just handle it like you've always handled it, and like ask somebody's name, or when you meet them, they'll gladly, especially this group of people,
Yeah.
they're gonna gladly tell you what they want to be called. And like, look, if we're gonna be friends, then I'll accommodate, I guess, but I'm not because I'm legally obliged to, just because I feel like being friendly with you, and I know that that's what you
Yeah.
prefer. But if we're not gonna ever, I'm gonna meet you this one time like Starbucks barista, I'm ordering a coffee, and I'm never gonna see you again. I don't give a shit.
yeah, I don't know either. I mean,
I'm not calling you anything anyway. I'm gonna say large soy, whatever the fuck I order, and go to the next part of the counter like I always do. I'm not
Right.
going to call. I'm not looking at your name tag. I'm not calling you sir or ma'am. You know, especially if you're 12 or 14, however old you have to be to work at, you know, because it's like a young person's kind of a game, right?
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not going to be like ma'am or
Well, then,
sir. There's no way that they're going to be offended by whatever I say, because it's just going to be like, I'm going to order a coffee. I'm going to look at the person next to me and be like, what do you want? They're going to say something. And I'm going to be like, all right, you got that? And they're going to be like, yeah, total is blah. And I'm going to be like, all right, you take a card. They're going to be like, yeah. And I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to walk next to like 2 feet away. never to see this person again.
that is
Now,
true. Yeah.
Here's the problem. They're going to be offended that I don't want to know.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
whatever. It's like the give an inch and take a mile thing. Like, I don't give a shit. If you want to be called that wonderful, the people that care about you will do it for you. And me, Joe Schmo, that doesn't mean anything, and I'm never going to see you again. I don't fucking care, and you shouldn't care that I don't care. It should make complete total sense.
You shouldn't care because I don't care.
Right. I don't matter to you. If I walked up to you and was like, I want to be called a squirrel, and you were like, who the fuck are you?
Right.
Nobody. Okay, so then why do I care?
I don't care about what, you know, if you want to change yourself into being a frog.
It's just theater, bro.
Yeah, whatever you want to do your thing, you know. Here's the thing.
Weird. And the fact that they're making laws about it is what's really
yeah, the biggest thing that I have,
recognition. We should just kind of ignore it until it goes away, kind of a thing. Like,
right.
okay, whatever.
Yeah, before we go to break,
Because they're legitimizing it, it's like, whoa, bro, what in the world?
Yeah, one of the biggest things that I have an issue with, and I haven't really said much about it, is this whole thing about where you know, females can't choose, you know, for an abortion or not. Did you hear about that?
Well, I think that's crazy.
That is insane.
Even being conservative, my dad would be like, "Oh, well, that's very liberal of you," and it's like, well, look, I'm not one or the other. I just think what seems right and what seems wrong, period. And sometimes that blends, and people need to understand that too. We all think like that, by the way.
Right.
And if you choose to bandwagon and go full extreme on one side, that's on you. But really, you have ideas that share both lines.
Right. Well, I saw a post one day about...
I'm no different. And I think it's crazy that we would take away abortion. And I'll tell you why. Because they're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be really dirty and dingy and really unsafe. And people are going to be sick and die. And it's going to be horrific.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to do it anyway.
Right.
That's the whole reason.
It's going to be...
happening already. And then they're like, okay, I guess we're going to open up some clinics, at least make it safe for them.
Yeah, it's going to be a black market type thing.
Nope.
Yeah.
Take that away. It's just a distraction, man. It's all theater, and it's driving me nuts that people are buying into it, first of all, and second of all, that they're willing to put laws in place due to temporary theater.
Yeah, it's
like it's all, you know, it's a fad. It's a moment.
Yeah,
and they're making big boy decisions about it, and it's so weird.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the whole thing, even though, I mean, I know medically there's issues, you know, that have to be sort of,
sure.
you know,
as long as they're trying to do it.
Right, you know, and I understand if there's
another thing, that's abuse.
Yeah, and I understand if there's like a victim of rape. Right, but you know, the thing is, I saw a post before we go.
Hurts my heart.
Before we go, that a male can get a vasectomy, no questions asked. But a female has to have a priest to get a vasectomy, or ask the government if they can sit there and get an abortion. Now,
I don't know. You're getting too weird.
No, they do. You have to have.
The wife got her tubes tied, but really the thing was they asked her 5 times while they were like in there about to do it. Are you sure? Are you sure? And it's like, yeah, bro, we got plenty of kids. We're fine.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about this whole new law thing that they just passed, and then we'll get into another story about a Lake Wales canine murdered in the line of duty. A very sad story. Suspect shot and killed by officers.
Damn right.
Look at that next. Don't go away. Social Reload Show, Bulls Radio Lounge, YouTube.com. Be back in a minute.
At Sprouts Farmers Market, we
You make it look like it's bad. imagine. Oh, yeah. 'Cause I see nobody but you. I'm never confused. Hey, and I'm so used to being used. So I love when you call unexpected. 'Cause I hate when the moment's expected.
Blues Radio Lounge.
I'ma care for you.
Social Reload Show.
Yeah.
How are you? Got our show.
When we spent the first quarter of it getting her audio.
Right. Just, hot air coming out of our mouth.
Just a big old bowl of hot dumpster fire.
Just a bunch of mouth breathers. Caveman.
That's accurate.
How you doing? Wednesday show.
I'm over here dragging my knuckles.
Dragging your knuckles across the concrete.
Like Bigfoot.
Like Bigfoot. Big rugged man, you. There you go.
All Chewbacca in it.
Well, you're worth it. So welcome to the show. Thank you. So yeah, that's what the show's about. Just about us just getting together and just chilling out and just talking, kind of like just guy talk,
Just kicking it, man.
just kicking it up and just chilling out and
I don't know if I call it guy talk. I think it's just human talk.
human talk.
I think we just over here being humans.
Being humans, is that
And
what you
sometimes
call
we're
it?
gonna say stuff that the other one doesn't like.
Yeah.
And guess what? We get through it.
That's right. We talk
It's
it out.
amazing, and nobody has to die, and no war was started, and
Yeah.
I don't get on a soapbox and go on social media and pounce on them or anything like that. It's so crazy. We just get through it.
Jessica, if you're listening, I mean, I don't know who you are, but if you're listening, that's what the show is about. So welcome to the show.
Jessica from last time, is she back?
I have no idea.
What's up, Jessica?
Matt goes, "What's up? How you doing?"
What up, girl?
What up, girl? What you doing? I don't know who he is. But yeah, so if that answers your question, then so be it. So going back to our original topic before we went on break.
Oh shit, Jessica was back. I don't know if she's still here. She got annoyed with us for not responding to her. You really should have the chat up.
We were on the break.
You really should have the chat up, bro.
The chat was up.
Oh,
It was
no.
up. It was up throughout the entire break.
She was talking to you.
She wasn't talking to me. I was off doing what I had to do to go do my thing. So I gotta take a break from all this mess for a minute.
You gotta take a break from your break.
I gotta take a break from my break with my break. So
Jesus.
the break's gotta take a break from the break. See, here's the problem. Here's a problem that kind of happened with the BRN, right? And Manson kind of confirmed it with what my suspicions were.
Yeah.
You pay attention to the chat so much, right? Then the chat starts running the show.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
bro. We're not big enough for that. You got to worry about that.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying. I'm like,
when we have 1,000 people trying to talk at one time, you're right. Pick and choose a couple of them, but don't.
But yeah, that's
You're not
what
trying to respond to 1,000.
that's what the BRN. That's what Manson and I.
Well,
both
but
agreed on.
BRN had a hell of a following, dude.
Well, oh yeah, I mean, they did.
That's a way bigger deal than what we got going on with a little podcast here.
That's true. I mean, I'm not gonna.
I mean, that's comparing apples and oranges.
Well, it's still the same principle.
It's the same. Well,
Yeah.
it's the same product,
Yeah, the same.
but it's not the same level.
No, it's not the same level with them. I mean, can you imagine if we were on
Or
the same?
Walmart, or Sears, or Disney.
No, we're just a
We're the dollar store.
We're the hole in the wall on the strip joint in Vegas.
We're like the flea market. We're like the flea market. and he's like the fucking mall.
And Howard Stern is like the fucking
Howard Stern, shit. He's like the international mall.
yeah.
Where a t-shirt costs $1,000.
Did you know Caveman's not there anymore?
Caveman's not on BRN.
No.
Oh shit.
They told me Caveman left. So
Well, damn.
yeah. So I don't know who he's got in there running it, but I mean, they're doing good apparently. So I mean, I don't know. I don't pay attention to all that stuff. So
Right. All right. Let's hear about this canine. What happened?
All right. So you want to talk about the other thing, or we talk about the canine thing?
I mean, I think we pretty much covered my idea on the other thing. I mean, we want to bring it back. People in the chat, if you want us to bring back the talk about what I feel is stupid gender ideologies that I hate and stuff. If you want us to keep talking about that, we can. But alternatively,
well, we were talking about the abortion.
Oh, you were.
I had brought that up. No.
Abortion, and to me, I think it's stupid that they took it away.
I was doing what now?
I'm sorry.
You said I was doing what now?
That you had started staring it that way right before we were leaving.
Oh yeah, well, because that was kind of the hot topic too. Because
I think it's crazy that they took it away, and I think it's theater. I don't think that it's real.
Yeah, and I agree with that, but like I said, it's
obviously real in the moment right now, but I don't think it's real for long.
I truly believe that no matter if you're male or female, it doesn't make a difference. You have the choice to do whatever it is that you want to do. I mean, okay.
Would you agree that murder is wrong?
What's that?
Would you agree that murder is wrong?
Yeah, I agree murder is wrong.
Like killing somebody?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can't do whatever we want.
Well, listen, I mean, I'm talking about, like, if it's your choice to do it,
Well, no. And I'm not even, I guess that was a terrible thing to compare, just because people do like to compare abortion and murder. That's not the comparison I'm trying to make. I'm just trying to say that people can't do whatever they want solely because there's people out there that like to hurt people.
Well, of course, yeah, but I mean,
so the people want to, they went through this phase of like defund the police and all this. It's like, are you effing crazy? Like, there's reasons that we have rules because society needs to function.
We'll kill each other if we don't.
Walk outside, and we want to be sure that these people, because there's some crazy people. Just because you don't think like that doesn't mean there's not people out there that don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's nuts. It's nuts to me that people would even think that that's okay. But at the same time, no. I'm as conservative as that sounds, I'm still on the side of like, no, like, let them have abortions. They're going to do it anyway, and then it's going to be unsafe and dirty and gross. And then now,
I mean, come on, let's think about it.
And I think that it was just to get a rise out of people. It's going to be overturned and changed again here soon, and hopefully it doesn't require violence and stupid shit to get there. But
yeah, I think it should be overturned because, like I said, I mean, to me, I don't believe in murder, but on the flip side of the coin, sometimes the woman doesn't have a choice at the moment in time, or medically speaking.
Meaning what? Are you talking about?
Well, like if they got raped or something like that.
Right.
Or on the flip side, hold on.
Everybody's trying to debunk that as an argument right now, and it's like, no, it's a valid argument.
It happens all the time,
Yeah,
but also,
I don't want to think all the time.
No, but I mean, statistically, it does happen, mostly all the time, because, we can't just think of our world. We have to think of the world in general.
No, I get it. I just don't like thinking like that. It's so gross.
Yeah. I mean, and then on the medical side of it, it's like, okay, well, the mom is dying from the child.
Those that are forced to have a kid that they weren't trying to have, or they didn't,
right.
The option. And so now that kid's got a terrible life, man.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they could give it up for adoption and things like that, but some people just don't.
Well, and that's my thing too. If
this kid's living a bad, like, not living their best life, that's for damn sure.
Right. Then that's my thing too. Okay, if you're like 16, right, or 15, and if you get pregnant, right, and if you don't want it, and if whatever the case may be,
enough to take care of it, and you're mature.
Right. Then you know what? Okay, give it to a place where they will take them.
But it's so damaging to the body of a kid like that.
Which I understand that, and
to me, the smarter decision would be we're gonna get rid of this one.
Yeah. I mean, it's really up to
that either, but it's not going to stop people just because they shouldn't do something.
No, they're still going to do it. I mean, just like with guns, you cannot take guns completely away.
You
because
can. They've done it in other places.
Yeah, but they're still going to do it.
Okay, for that either. I think in some ways it's good that we have them. I also see arguments for against it, and that's kind of my point too that I was saying before. Most people lie on both sides of the fence on a lot of things, and then we just have a certain sect of people that on both sides that just jump really far that way and really far, and those are called radicals or extremists.
Right? Yeah.
And these are the people that are making these crazy decisions that just like you're stepping back and you're looking at it and you're like, what in the world is happening?
Well, it was like the one time where that guy, it was some sort of protest, right? And that guy drove his whatever Corvette or whatever it was, Mustang, into like a group of 70, 80, 200 people,
Yeah,
just like Grand Theft Auto, just boom, 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 boom,
Yeah. And because he got mad because he got depressed or something.
No, I think it was because he was mad because they were doing something with the Union soldiers or something like that. I don't think he was very happy.
We read the article on the air. I remember it.
Was he depressed?
He's gotten into a fight with his girlfriend, and the way he decided to handle that was to drive down a street that had a fucking procession going down or whatever.
But see, it's still
procession. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Regardless of the logistics, too. I mean, that shouldn't even happen.
Of course it shouldn't, but again, it did.
Stupid people do stupid things.
We have to be able to handle that. And we don't, I guess, are the defund the police people talking about, well, we'll just take a vigilante style, approach to the thing?
They're trying to, because there's even a place in Pennsylvania. I think it's, I don't want to, it's not Skid Row, but it's a place where a whole bunch of drugs and homeless people. I mean, it's like a whole 2 or 3, 4 blocks, and they're trying to get rid of all that, because they've already cleaned up the whole tent city type deal. You know what I mean? That people were like, when they were defunding the police.
Well, and a bunch of people got raped in that too.
Yeah, and they already took care of that. They cleaned all that out. Could you imagine?
So crazy.
Like that being in if you're living in that particular part of town, and that the middle of that whole thing, of this whole tent city thing they had over there, and your front door is right in the middle of all that.
Right.
Now you've got to watch.
Call around election time, where they're trying to do like a poll or something, and they're like, "Can you tell us, is your life better or worse since, the last election or whatever?" Do you ever get that?
No.
That's never happened to you?
No, I've never got that.
Damn. I was just thinking about it earlier today, like, man, I hope they call this time. I would be like, no. It is not even kind of. And I bet you they're not going to do it because 90% of people are going to say no.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's especially just how you live, too. I mean, if you live beyond your means, then of course.
But here's the thing. This beyond your means now was not beyond your means 2 years ago.
Well, of course.
It is now, but you've already bought into this stuff. People, there was people that bought into businesses, open businesses, and then that next week everything shut down.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, well,
and they lost everything.
But see, that goes back to what I'm saying. Is I truly believe that this was a litmus test to see how this would react, because the way we reacted with this, right, goes to show you how we would react to something more deadlier. You see what I mean? Like if people were dropping like flies.
Bro, we both went to medical school.
Yeah.
Where the hell did where
the monkey
pox?
I don't know. I don't know where this monkeypox came from.
They're telling me it's like a gay thing. Like, I guess if they're doing like a lot of people having sex with a lot of people,
like an orgy type thing,
sex kind of way, like group sex,
like you're sharing partners at the same time.
Causing it.
That's what's causing it.
That's what they're saying. I don't know.
I have no idea.
It's out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh my god. I even made a joke. I went change the K to an N. That's what that is. And it, money pox. They're just trying
Monkeypox.
because to me it just sounded made up. Like even the name itself sounds so made up.
I have
Right?
never I'm gonna look that up.
Monkeypox.
I have never heard of this until I heard it on the MSNBC or whatever those.
Yeah.
national-
But doesn't it sounds fake? It sounds made up.
Yeah,
It sounds made up.
it's probably one of those things that's not made up, and they're just sort of like, here it is.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's see, monkeypox outbreak. Let's see what happens. Verified answering some of the no thanks. Caution of the monkeypox spreads. There's a vaccine available.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
That's my point. That's why I was like, it just sounds like
It sounds something deadly. A man in Massachusetts tested positive for monkeypox on May 18th, becoming the first case since in 2022. Then thousands of monkeypox cases have been reported. Huh?
that boy was busy.
Yeah. Nearly 80 other countries have also reported tens and thousands of monkeypox
Oh my god.
cases as of August 1. The global monkeypox outbreak has prompted many questions from verified readers, including how the virus spreads, whether vaccines are available, and if any deaths have been reported. We were answering some of the questions.
They give you nothing.
Let's see. Monkeypox is spread primarily spread from person to person through close physical contact with bodily fluids, respiratory droplets, skin lesions, or recently contaminated objects. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This. I
Usually lasts
I'm-
2 to 4 weeks.
If I had a dump button, I'd have to.
Five
I'd
deaths
have to
have been
dump.
reported in the African region.
Let's see. Symptoms. Most patients with monkeypox experience fever, rash, swollen lymph nodes. According to the WHO, which is the World Health Organization, the rash. That's a weird acronym. It sounds like they're asking the band, the WHO.
Yeah.
According to the WHO. Could you imagine? Going to you're the doctor, right? You're the surgeon, and you're going to your patient. And he goes, "Well, according to the WHO, you have a lesion on your colon." And I'm like, "What?
Oh god.
The WHO? You talked to the band? The WHO? What's going on?
Are you talking about the WHO?
You talked to them about my colon? What's going on
was-
with that?"
That on the way in? Is that what you mean?
So the rash tends to stay concentrated on the face and the limbs, but can spread across the body in more severe cases. So basically, if you start scratching your face and you start having sores and lesions on your face, it's probably
this is funny.
monkeypox, or you're turning into a zombie. One of the two.
Listen to the. So at least 5 deaths have been reported in the African region, according to the World Health Organization.
The WHO.
Brazil have also reported deaths. So you could calculate less than 5, which that's the number you put in,
Yeah.
but also reported deaths. What does that effing mean? Like each one, Spain had 1, Brazil had 1.
But how do you die from that?
Yeah, you can't die from that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If Spain, Brazil have reported deaths, I mean, how do you die from monkeypox?
They just happened to die. And they had monkeypox. And they're like, oh, died from monkeypox, y'all.
Data shows that the smallpox vaccine is about 85% effective in preventing monkeypox when given before someone is exposed to the virus. Well, how do you know you're exposed? The WHO
Trash.
and the CDC say the vaccine can also be effective at preventing illness or reducing symptoms of severity
Whatever. Keep going.
if it is given shortly after someone. So if it's given to you after or before, you're more likely going to stop the spread of monkeypox.
By the way, you like my name in the call this time?
The WHO?
No, saving shit. Or just saving shit.
Saving shit. I mean,
Superman.
so okay. What we found here does a monkeypox spread. Jeez, that's a lot of
I mean,
words.
yeah, this is silly. Don't read this. Keep
I'm
going.
not.
Yeah, that's silly.
It's all a bunch of
all the same stuff. The
Okay,
same
so you get it from person to person,
Yeah,
mouth,
exactly.
you're sharing, glasses, same spoon, same.
You're right. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
whatever.
in contact with them and with
Yeah,
the stuff that they're just stay away from them.
Just stay away from the people with the lesions on their face.
With a rash. If they got a
Yeah.
rash in their hands, just
stay. Yeah.
Stay away.
Hey, listen, it's
step
cool
back.
that you're
you can still talk to them. You don't have to be a dick, but
Just- wear
just hey, we're gonna do the 5-foot rule.
wear a hazardous suit. That might help you.
I
We're
mean,
gonna,
depending on their wingspan, maybe
I think we're gonna come to that. You know that, don't you?
what?
I think we're going to come to a point where we are, as a society, is either one, probably going to destroy each other, or two,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to be living out like the what's that show, The Walking Dead?
I mean,
We're going to be living that out. How much do you want to bet we're going to be doing that? Because look at all what's coming out. You just had
I think that's the fear they want us to have.
COVID,
Yeah.
right? And now you got monkeypox, right?
Right.
They have
Sounds super made up.
propaganda on the radio to get vaccinated. Okay,
Bro, they tried to pay me
they try to pay you.
to get vaccinated.
Really?
Yeah, you fucking when I went to work at a job or whatever.
How much
were-
would they pay you?
like, You can get vaccinated. You can get vaccinated here, and you'll get $50 extra on your first paycheck and stuff. And it's like, no. The fact that you're bribing me to get it makes me want it even less.
Well,
Like,
I don't know. I mean, because my thing is that, like I said, if COVID is the thing that scares the crap out of people, then what is it going to take? To scare or to deathly scare everybody else to a point of panic and to a point of where we can't even walk outside our door without something there or some sort of, we have to wear a gas mask or hazmat suit or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
every time you look around, there's something else or something. There's going to be shit pox and then crappy pox and,
Shit.
fuckapox and,
Well,
we're going to look like the people from,
Like Americron or whatever the fuck. I was like the Optimus Prime strand or whatever the fuck. Like, you're like, come on, bro.
Omicron. That's what it's called, Omicron.
And they're like, let's make it sound even crazier.
Yeah, there are probably a couple guys in the White House getting super high on super,
Whatever, yeah.
and they're like, yeah, we're going to call this Omicron. Yeah.
They're like, you know what? I really liked that Transformers movie.
Yeah, that was cool, man. Let's call this new strain Omicron. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, my thing is like, what else is next? Like,
I mean, we're here for it. We're gonna get to see.
I feel like we're a
We're gonna
bunch
get to see
of
it firsthand. And I feel like we're getting laughed at across the world. The crazy shit that's popping off because everybody's got the internet now.
oh yeah, we're being laughed out in space too.
Everywhere they're like, look at America acting like a fool.
The aliens are dogging us out.
I'm embarrassed for us.
Bears
I'm embarrassed for us because they think that the crazy people on TikTok and stuff make up all of us, and it's like, nah, man.
no, they make up that
Those are
point
some people.
that 0.5% of people who
Those are the
make
ones
that up.
getting a bunch of stuff and going, look at me, look at me, look at me. And
But-
it's like, so
Okay,
that's across the internet.
so here's my question on that, right? Because for one, I'm not really a social media type, person. I'm trying, I'm trying to put stuff out there and stuff like that and blah blah blah, and I run a TikTok page. I mean, nothing with a show or nothing, but I run a TikTok page. But my point, my question is that like, are these people that are doing it, are they doing it just to do, like before TikTok and Twitter, it was just like YouTube, and a lot of people would do it just to do shit on the internet. You know what I mean? Like to post some stupid stuff on the internet.
Right.
But now you got people who are living off this. You know, case in point, they had a girl that when YouTube made the way they pay people, they pay their YouTube people, right? Their streamers or whatever. They declined or did something with the views or something like that, and this girl got all freaked out, and she went to the main headquarters and started shooting up people.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
You know what I mean? And it's
yeah.
like, okay, wow, is that, same thing? But my point is, like, where did we get off to where, like, this stuff is just literally people are watching nothing for nothing, and that's what's making it. Like, people who are just like throwing themselves against the wall is becoming viral. There was a guy.
So, yeah.
There was a guy. There was
what you're trying to say.
There was a guy on the radio that I listen to in the morning when I go to work. That he has a TikTok, and he threw a sandwich on the table and just recorded it like 10 seconds, right? And that went viral, got like millions of views. And it's like, it's a sandwich. And then he threw a sandwich against the wall.
So, but you got to understand. So, and just me playing devil's advocate or whatever. In this case, it was a vibe that kid happened to harness in this moment.
Uh-huh.
And other people caught the wave. It caught a wave, basically.
Ah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
That thing won't be funny again, or won't get that kind of love again. It's gotta evolve.
Oh,
So
okay. I got you.
What a lot of these people, I feel like they fall into is that they get these series of like things like that kind of recorded or whatever, and it rides this wave for the moment, and then they've got to quickly figure out what to do now.
Well, he said he did another one because he's one of the cast of the show, and he threw another sandwich against the wall, and recorded that, and did whatever on TikTok, spiced it up or whatever he did, and again a whole bunch of views. Now, mind you, it could be his popularity on TikTok. On the radio.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Or, so my point is that, if you do stuff like that, I mean, I'm cool with getting views. So, but I'm not going to be at the level of like, oh my God, if you cut my viewers in half, I'm going to go crazy, So, I don't think we're nowhere near that level. No, yes, maybe.
Never.
Never. I thought you got cut off or something.
Yeah, no, I started reading an article and it tuned you out.
Oh, thanks.
I didn't realize you would ask me something. You can't be so open ended.
Wow, you tuned me out. Thanks, appreciate it.
I did, because I was trying to find the next thing to talk about. So, anyway, I repeat your question real quick.
I don't even know what the question was.
God bless it. God bless it.
All right, so moving on. Lake Wales canine murdered.
Show this article to the YouTube so they have something.
Jesus Christ. So let's talk about this while I'm doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
So, can you see the screen, by the way?
I can, yeah, but I want.
All right, go ahead. No, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and talk about while I'm getting it set up.
So apparently, a Lake Wales canine was, in quotes, murdered in line of duty. Officials say. I fucked up that punctuation. Sorry about that. In line of duty, officials say suspect shot and killed by officers. So the guy that shot this canine apparently was killed. But I like how they put the murdered in quotes, because I think it just died. I think it just ended up getting. I mean, let's.
No, it was shot. It was shot.
It was shot, but I think murdered is a loose term that they're using there, and I think that's why the quotes are there.
Probably.
You know what I mean? I think it just happened to have gotten shot, and they're calling it murdered, which is kind of.
Still, I mean, the dog, the canine officer is still an officer.
Put themselves in the position of getting shot every day.
Yeah.
dog is no different, according to them, and I agree.
Allegory,
Like,
allegory.
a
Right.
dog shot in the line of duty. I don't know that I would call it murdered.
Well, I mean, still.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, I feel like it's just an overemphasis on a word. To me, to me, murder is like, I intend to kill this dog. Like, I don't know. I guess because there's the difference between like premeditated and just
Yeah.
right. So in the sense of non-premeditated murder, then yeah, I kind of agree with the statement. I suppose I'll go that up that way.
Yeah, because they're doing the procession now. Well, on the screen there of the
Yeah,
canine that this is the one I think that they tried to airlift to a hospital, a canine hospital, and they tried to save him. You know?
yeah, kill in the line of duty. I like that phrasing better.
Yeah, killed in the line of duty.
I think they do too, but they needed to you put all that in the title would be a really already winded title.
So dispatch received a call from a woman who told the boarders had pulled her out of her vehicle, beat her in the head on the concrete, choked her, and then shot a firearm multiple times before fleeing the area.
Whoa.
Yeah. Then returned a short time later when officers attempted to apprehend him. They said he fled alongside railroad tracks into the
Borders
woods.
that pulled her out of a vehicle. What does that mean?
What's that?
Oh, is Borders the guy's name?
Yeah, that's his name. Borders, Borders, Borders.
Said Borders then return. Okay. So it's his name. Okay. I immediately thought that fucking bookstore.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like the Borders bookstore pulled her out of her car. That doesn't even work. How?
So Velasquez said when Max apprehended Borders and had him by the ankle, Borders pulled out his gun and shot the police dog, killing him.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So two officers, including Junior, then
Also murdered, I guess.
opened fire, who was critically injured and soon succumbed to his injuries. So, to me, and I think that they still do this, is that if you shoot and kill a police dog,
they're coming. Oh yeah, you're dead.
a police dog, I think they hold you
definitely a police
on the
dog.
same
Yeah,
level.
They're really protective of their dogs, and I get it.
The same level of like if you shot an officer or something like that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because they're all. That's what I was saying at the beginning of this whole thing. Yeah, because they are legitimate officers.
Yeah.
They're trained to do that stuff.
It's sad that
Now, as far as them bringing a dog to your car or whatever, like you see this all the time on like cops. They're like,
yeah.
got a hit. I think that they're just saying like the dog is just there, and they're like, I'm searching your car regardless. Yeah, we'll bring a dog and say, it hit.
Yeah, but they can't search your car without a warrant.
Well, right, but as soon as you ask for that, they're like, all right, we'll bring the dog. Because as soon as, and then by then you already know, okay, well they're coming in my car. Because period, they're gonna say that the dog hit whether it does or like.
I know, but I
whether
thought
it overwhelmingly runs for the thing or it doesn't. It seems to never do, by the way.
True.
And they'll just turn around and be like, oh, yep, got a hit in the glove box.
But yeah, and then they open up. Oh, look, there's 4 pounds of weed in there.
Right.
It's like
it's just for show.
Right.
I think that's theater too, which is fine with me. I would just let them search in the car. By the way, I mean, it's if it's going down, it's going down.
Yeah, I mean, but legally they can't do that without probable cause,
Right.
and if they didn't find it,
Okay, but what I'm telling you is, if they want to, and you say no, they're gonna be like, oh, well, that's probable cause right there. Why?
yeah, right, I could see that, but then
Like, because
also
it's my right, blah blah blah, and they'll be like, okay, and then you'll see them go to their shoulder, and they'll be like, hey, can I get a canine?
Blah, 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 canine. I'll finish my donut and then come over. Blah, 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 blah.
In 2 seconds flat, there's a car behind them with a dog, and they're just gonna be like, "Yep, it hit over here," and they're gonna be like, "All right, get out of your car, sir. We're searching it."
See, I'm trying to
If they
think.
want to, they're going to.
No, I understand that, but I'm trying to think if that's like if they have to have a warrant or because what happens if they don't find anything?
Yeah, in a whatever world, absolutely.
Like if they destroy your car, and they don't find anything, then I could have put it back together.
Like you're missing the point.
No,
Like,
I know what you're saying. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
all right.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate and ask,
I know, but all I'm saying is that it doesn't that part doesn't matter. You can try to do that all you want. All you're doing is ticking them off even more. You might as well be as cool as possible.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
people- you know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to piss off the
Advice I can
cops.
give to anybody dealing with cops or people. Just treat them like you'd want to be treated. Period.
Exactly.
It's literally the golden rule for a reason.
That's true.
When we come back, more golden rule talk.
We do a third episode?
I mean,
Third,
I think
third
we've only
show?
been an hour, right?
We've been on for 80 minutes.
All right, yeah, third segment. We go.
Yeah, let's go. All right. So we'll take a break real quick. When we come back, we'll have some more discussions, more talks, more life lessons from Mad the Savior over here.
Over here saving shit,
He is. He's saving a lot of shit.
saving lives.
Don't go. We'll be back in a minute.
And I'm on the one Papa Rule, the mediator for all the discipline. Rough and ready, and the mental rough and ready. When the loonies come down, them a lick up daily. Rough and ready, and the mental rough and ready. When the loonies come down, lick up daily.
Posted up in the cut to make a buck. I had to sell enough drugs. Showed up and rode up with tough thugs. Fed up the bus slugs. I had much love for those fiends. Plug 'em with more cream. A dang.
New Superstation.
Creep on in, on in, on in. Ooh, see I'm riding high, high. Whoa. kinda broke, you see me, y'all. So all I got is fire. I got fire.
Player, give me some brew and I might just chill. But I'm the type that like to light another joint like Cypress Hill. I still do be spit loogies when I puff on it. I got some bucks on it, but it ain't enough on it. Go get the S, the T-I-D-E-S. Nevertheless, I'm hella fresh, rolling joints like a cigarette. So
Bulls Radio Lounge. How are you? Your Wednesday night. Just chilling. There it is. Woo! Hey.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot. Bring it in from the 90s.
So did you see what I sent you on the break?
Did you send that through Zoom?
Yeah.
No. Well, let me look at it.
Check out the chat. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's making me really mad is that this. If you check them out, that's what's being fed to the kids and stuff over this
Okay.
platform and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't. Oh wait, hold on.
And this guy does commentary on him. I mean, shout out to Odin's Men on YouTube. Love the guy. If you don't know about him, go check him out. Amazing stuff. I happen to agree with him completely.
And what does he talk about?
So he's just commenting on this crazy, like, personally you should just check him out, but if you want to check him out on the air, I think it's fine. I mean, these are YouTube videos, but he basically does commentary over these TikTok videos that are
okay
kids and stuff like that, and it's a lot of, I mean, if you
hold on, let me
yourself.
Yeah, hold on, let me do this here. Let me
and it's what I'm talking about when you hear me speak on things like these are what the teachers are feeding the kids and telling the kids and stuff like that, and why they're so worried about
this guy right here that you're seeing.
And he's current, so like every day he's posting.
He's got something new.
A day, and it's all what's going on TikTok right now. And when he always says, because it started off with him just wanting to kind of show off, like he's not subscribed to anything. He just lets TikTok show him what it wants to show him.
What does that mean?
He doesn't heart anything. He doesn't follow anything. He doesn't subscribe to anything on TikTok. So this is just, how an algorithm just starts feeding you stuff like on YouTube.
What?
Right. So TikTok does the same thing, and it just starts feeding you videos. And so this guy does commentary over it.
Okay.
Like saying he's kind of like, okay, so this is kind of crazy because of this or that, or you just gotta watch one. So the one from 8 hours ago, probably don't do that one, but like scroll down a little bit.
Okay, hold on.
On the tube.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Do like the leftist spits in the drinks of Trump supporters or whatever. Like, so this is kind of like muted at first.
Yeah.
But this is kind of the idea that he's got going on with his channel, and I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Is all I can say, and I think that you might too.
It's called Otis Men. That's the YouTube channel. Odin's Men. This is
he's got a lot. 72,000 views on this one alone.
This is
People are watching it, and go ahead.
A YouTuber called Otis Men, and with this video, Lunatic promotes spitting and drinks of anyone they don't like.
So it's a bunch of random clips though. He just picks one of them and kind of makes it the title.
I gotcha. All right.
You'll see as we go. You can
Normalize in the drinks
I can't hear it, but I've seen them. So
okay.
I'm gonna talk to the gays. Should children be allowed at drag shows?
What?
Paid for by Kamala Harris.
did you see that little kid at the?
Yeah.
So like that stuff is real. Don't dislike.
Then why is it that
No, I'm not. I'm just.
officials are trying to redefine recession?
No, we're not redefining recession.
If we all understand a recession to be 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth in a row, and then you have White House officials come up here to say, no, that's not what a recession is. It's something else. How is that not redefining recession?
Because that's not the definition.
Well, a recession is 2 quarters in a row of negative growth.
Listen, y'all gotta circle back and get circled back.
Wait for it.
Y'all need to circle back and bring circle back.
Come on now, we all miss Jen. Circle back, snarky, rude, paid liar, a pro, and the circle back was just perfect. Stand by.
You got to.
So that's the guy. That's Odin's name.
That's the
Yeah. So jump forward a little bit so you can start getting into some of his commentary.
Job. Can't read the teleprompter, and then it's like, oh, he's the best president ever, like the most elected, the best. I'm having a hard time thinking he's still got his marbles together. Please help me.
Right? Isn't he funny as shit?
Trump supporters.
This is the girl that says she wants to spit in a drink.
That she wants to spit in the drink.
You did
Of
not
a Trump
expect to see
supporter.
a Trump supporter because their website and decor otherwise declared that they are LGBTQIA plus friendly.
How about you just wanted to go to a restaurant? This one happened to fit the bill. I'm not sure how you tell someone's a Trump supporter. I guess if they had the hat on, right? Otherwise, how do you know? They could be left of Malcolm X for all we know, but this person's got it figured out.
Maybe they've got a pride flag. Maybe they've got a BLM flag in their
Right.
window. But you still, for some reason, see an ungodly Trump supporter, and heaven forbid,
ungodly.
they're also wearing Trump merchandise. Well, take an unfinished drink from a table, spit in it, bring it over to them, and tell them that you bought them one. And then pray to whatever glorious creature gets you out of bed in the morning that they'd take a sip of it and suffer for the rest of the day. Thank you. Goodbye.
Let me see if I'm tracking here. So someone on the left, their spit is so vile that if it's in a drink, you get sick for the rest of the day. What the hell is in their saliva?
It's like a Komodo dragon. I mean, really. I mean, he's got some funny stuff, but I mean, it's like I don't know.
But this is the thing on the left is really being shown to people. Like it's
It's a.
This is, but you understand, TikTok is an app for kids mostly.
Oh, is that what it is?
Are you on TikTok? Are you watching TikTok? Are you scrolling through TikTok endlessly through a day?
No.
No, but a kid is.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I could. Yeah, okay, I could see that. Yeah.
So you're getting a whole bunch of these kinds of weirdos or whatever, shooting their opinion off. I mean, the same way that we are or whatever.
Oh.
But it's crazy. It's in this case, she wants to be foul to somebody for no reason.
Okay, but take the subject at hand too of what she's talking about, right? She's. It goes back to me saying that no matter who the president, whether it be Donald Trump or Mickey Mouse, okay, somebody has to blame somebody for something. And if the president, whoever it is, doesn't agree with whoever,
This isn't a president issue right here.
well, that's what she's talking about. Where for Trump supporters.
So she's just so you should see the one from earlier today. This. And even the YouTube channel Slightly Offensive even talked about this one, and it's like this older lady,
Yeah.
older than us, like old enough to be our mom or our mom's mom maybe,
Grandmother or something.
Yeah, basically, and she was this old, and she starts cussing up a storm on TikTok about how she's worried that her cashier is gonna be a Trump supporter. And she doesn't want him touching her fucking groceries if he's a Trump supporter, or her mechanic. She doesn't want him touching her car if he's a mechanic.
Oh,
and
gosh.
Like, she's going off about this. She's like, it used to be I just would talk to these people with not a care in the world, but now I have to wonder if they're a Trump supporter. And then she just starts going off.
See, that's just too extreme. That's
what these people are doing, and then it's being shoved into the faces of the kids over platforms.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like for me, I don't care if you're a Trump supporter. I don't care if
I
you're.
don't either, but we're grown. They're impressionable.
That's
and
true.
And if they've got the vibe, if they've got the swag that they can link to, they're going to listen to whatever moronic thing they say. And that can be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always going to be a problem. I'm not saying that. I'm not fear mongering or whatever. But I'm saying it can definitely result in a problem.
Well, it's only going to get worse.
It doesn't have to.
It is, because a lot of these generations now are growing up to where
we can change that.
Yes, we can. We can make these generations.
Right, in its current state, it's not looking good.
It's like, for example, recycling, right? Okay. Where are we going with it? Because
recycling was theater too. That's the word for the day, folks.
Yeah, theater. I mean, it's
so recycling, and they've even had to admit to it now. Like, so that's old hat. Everybody already knows.
right.
That.
So it's like
Thing was a farce. It was just a way to get people to be comfortable with using more of these plastic products that they were so nervous about.
But then also,
it's the scourge of the earth. Even though, I mean, I use plastic products because that's what everything is packaged.
yeah, exactly. But the thing is too is like when to me, in my opinion, I think it boils down to the parents or whoever's the rightful guardian of the said child, because yes, there are times more often than not where the child is in a bad place.
Where do you go with this? What is this?
No, but what I'm saying is that with these generations now, it's like the guardians are treating these people like they're their friends, and they're so sensitive to everything, that you can't even have a conversation. It's like with this chick right here, right off the bat, I could tell that if you said something about the LGBTQ and the other 55,000 letters that go with it, something negative about it, she's going to tear your head off, eat your guts out, and spit them out, later.
Yeah. So what? So do you just keep your mouth shut, or do you?
Well, no, and that's the
what's right,
and that's the point. It's like
be able to speak, so do I.
right. Everybody has an opinion. You may not agree with it, but okay. But that's what makes this country great, But does it have to?
Makes our world go around. And
but
gave you that so
right. But does it have to result in being so hostile like this? Okay, if you're
apparently it depends on who you're talking.
Yeah, if you're passionate about it, okay, cool, no big deal, great, that's fine. Yeah. But don't sit there and get mad at somebody because they don't believe the same thing.
Yeah, they have a differing opinion. That's crazy.
It's like one time there was a coworker that she's mid-20s, and I let her through the door, because she was whatever, and I go, just letting you through, being a gentleman, and ladies first, and she's like, well, I'm not a lady.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, sorry, what?
Fine, that's fine. Okay, great.
Okay, I mean,
as long as it ended there.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I said. My bad. I was just being a gentleman,
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Just move on with their day.
Right. I mean, it was kind of odd, but all right.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, but it's stuff like that it's like, okay, we're not. I'm not doing defamation of character.
Were you offended when they corrected you?
No, I don't care. Whatever.
Okay, good.
Do your thing,
No problem.
Now
you boo-boo.
Now the thing that kind of strikes me weird is when somebody doesn't they come at you like if they haven't talked with you or said hello to you or nothing like that, they just come across you like, hey, this and this, and it's like, whoa, slow down here, at least say good morning to me or something like that,
Mother was a whore.
Well, hey, all right.
Whoa,
hey, let's hey, good morning, how are you? Okay, now let's talk about how mother's a whore, okay?
All right, now what are we doing? What happened?
Yeah, what's going on? Because it's like, why do you... Your mother was a whore. I mean, why...
Well, jeez.
Why do you have to bring it to that level? I don't know. She was just a whore.
I don't know. I just don't like your face.
You look like your mom.
You look like your mother. Jeez, bro.
It's like, all right, well, do you know they try to shove you back in when you're born?
Oh, my God.
Why? Because you're that damn ugly. But no, it's just people just, this generation now, they're so sensitive to everything. And it's like, to me, and I hear...
so sensitive.
I hear them and I'm like, dude, why just...
That's why I try to be as ridiculous as possible.
Yeah. It's like one time I let, one of the other people on the shows, a couple years ago on the BRN, I let them, because they were going to Batman, and I can't remember the other girl's name, but Batman was going and her were going to a Green Day concert, right? They're driving up there. And I'm like, here, take the GoPro, and go up there. And I'm like, this is after the one of the boxing rings that we did for the BRN. So I get out there and they're in the green room, and I'm like, hey, do you know how to, use this? And here's how you do it. It's okay, I know how to do it. Right? So I get a call from Batman. I go, we're having issues. We don't know how to do it. I'm like, well, I tried. Try to tell you. I mean, it's so I had to walk them through it. And it's crap like that. It's like for me, if I don't know how to do something, I'm going to ask. Okay, because.
And he damn sure does. That's why they call him the savior.
Yeah, I mean, because listen, I want to get it right. I want to make sure, but I also learn from it too. Like we're walking through it live on air, which is cool. But I want to make sure that I know how to do it, Sure. Because that way, if I start learning, not to say that I'm not going to depend on you to help me get through this stuff, because I am, but also I know how to start fixing things on the fly,
That's going to help me out a lot.
Yeah. You look at your phone, goddamn motherfucking bald bulls, calling me again.
Jesus.
But no, it's stuff like that just, people just need to chill out and relax. And it's like, listen, it's not a big deal, okay?
Yeah.
If somebody doesn't like who you're with, who the fuck cares? I mean, as long as you're happy.
People do care, and it depends on who it is that they don't like and who it is that doesn't like.
Well, I mean, if the people are happy with who they're with, then okay, cool. No big deal. I mean, if
Sure, but sometimes family doesn't care, and there's other weird variables and dynamics.
Yeah, that's true too. I had a when I used to drive for Rooms to Go back in the day, I was paired with another driver one time. His name was Benny, I think. But yeah, I mean, it was really weird because we got into a heated conversation because he was like, I think it was Jehovah's Witness or something like that, and the daughter's boyfriend wasn't doing it. Yeah, it wasn't Jehovah's Witness, and he was kind of flipped out about it. And I'm like, so what are you flipped out about? He goes, well, she's this, and he's not this. Yeah, and I go, well, is she happy? And he's like, yeah. And I go, I'm like, so what's the problem? And he's like, well, I don't know if I wanted her to marry him because of this. I'm like, damn, that's kind of harsh. I mean, but some people are like that. I mean, everybody has their own family deals and their family, whatever. But just my thing is stop raising your kids like a bunch of pussies,
Like a bunch of pussies.
If they fucking get a scratch, don't come running out there with a fucking Band-Aid in your hand going screaming, I'm going to put it on there, you're going to be all okay. Fucking let them get a scratch, Let them fucking, play in the yard, get dirty, and be a kid, because if you I don't know, maybe I think differently, but
you definitely do.
But it's like, I don't know, because when I was a kid, I mean, you come in and you got a scrape and you're, it hurts. Are you okay? Yeah, cool. All right, here you go. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Go on. My parents never sat there and hugged me and cuddled me and said, oh, it's okay. It's like,
oh, now see, listeners, now we're starting to get it.
They never did that to me. They were like, hey, you know what? You okay? Cool. Are you bleeding? No.
Poor gigantic little bald bull.
Bald boo.
He was over there just crying in his Pampers.
Nah, it was. And listen, it wasn't like my. It wasn't like my parents were very strict like that. Yes, it was a different time, but then again, the principle is still sound. If they would have sat there and done the same thing as what people are doing now with this new generation, right? We wouldn't have this problem.
Well, I don't know. I mean, so the argument is that every generation thinks the new generation is going to destroy everything, and it always turns out okay. But I fear this time it's different.
And
You know what I mean? I
well,
feel like we're saying the same thing, and you could brush it off as that, and hopefully that's true. But this feels different.
maybe. I mean,
But at the same time, I can't vouch for what does that mean. It feels different. I didn't feel it, before.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, it does feel different than like the growing up in the 80s was different. Was very different. Like it was very you went outside and played, you came inside, you were out till, supper time, till the street lights come on, and you come on.
Right.
Yeah, the 90s, was kind of like a strange transition, not just with the technology and stuff like that, but just in general, because now you're coming, into this new 2000 era that the propaganda at that point in time was that the computers, couldn't transfer over, so all the stuff's going to be crashing and stuff like that. People are going crazy, sticking their head up each other's ass, trying to, find safe haven before the 2000 year comes, and then here comes 2000. Everybody was up at the stroke of midnight, and guess what? We're still here. I don't know what happened, but we're still here. Nothing blew up. The computers are blew. Yeah, I was expecting at least a computer or so to blow up or something like that. But once it hit 12 o'clock, nothing. I'm like, shit. The build up was all for nothing. So, so therefore, going into the 2000s, of course, we had unfortunately 9/11, but I think that was sort of a decade of us sort of learning new stuff. You know what I mean? And learning new things and learning new technologies, because they have now flying cars, or they're starting to get flying cars. Well, then here's my question. Well, what happens if you're up, like in Back to the Future, you're up in the air where the clouds are and everything, and you break down? What happens? Or you have an accident?
I mean, for real.
I mean, that's pretty much about it. I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be rough. It'd be rough. You'd die.
Or what happens if you're
There's gotta be. They would have to think of a way that wouldn't be an issue.
What, safety nets everywhere?
No, just I don't know.
Well, because
it'd have to be some kind of a safety mechanism in the vehicle, kind of a thing.
A parachute.
Maybe.
And then
maybe your seat ejects with a.
And then are we all gonna have to get do different types of license to do this?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
they'll self-drive anyway.
That's true. I mean, think of it this way: Uber in the early 2000s, right, was very, very slow to get off. Right.
Gross.
But it was very good. That was really good. It was very slow to make it start. Right.
Yeah.
So then. And then, it started to evolve to, and even Netflix did the same thing, with the mailing of DVDs, and then you can pick them up, and now you can do, streaming service and stuff like that. But then once COVID hits, when you had Uber Eats, all these other, Instacart, whatever, excuse me. But when COVID hits, now that put all those stuff back in the limelight. I mean, even 10 times as much, So if you think about all this stuff that we've talked about and you put it on sort of a timeline, you can sort of see a scale. And that's just going from the 1980s to present day.
Oh, for sure.
That's not including.
It's definitely a lot different.
Yeah, and that's not including but limited to all the years and decades and centuries before that. So, I don't know what else we're going to evolve into because, like I said previously, if COVID is the main thing that freaks us out like it is now, right, then what happens if we get a more deadlier disease?
Oh, right.
Or what happens if an asteroid comes?
We would die.
Well, of course, but I'm just talking about, in retrospect, the socialization period of that, because if something like we talked about earlier, to where like The Walking Dead is going to be happening, then you've got people who are going to be panicked. You got people who are going to be like, lighting things on fire. Just chaos. Pure chaos. And then what do? Do you eradicate the people that are here? Do you eradicate the zombies?
He is.
That's the thing, and it's so. In a nutshell, I think.
I've seen enough zombie movies to say yes.
Yeah, in a nutshell, though, I think that our society is spiraling out of control down the railroad tracks, without nobody driving it, and I think we're heading into a very, very, very dark hole.
I think it could result in violence before it gets better. I just hope it doesn't.
Somebody is watching, and I guarantee you, somebody higher up in the government, either 1, 2, 4, maybe 6 people tops, are watching all this stuff and having a bullet point booking, list of like, okay, this happened. All right, we're seeing how this goes. This happened. Okay, we're seeing how this goes.
Oh, sure.
COVID happened. Oh, yeah, we're seeing how this goes. In all seriousness, I guarantee you there is somebody in the government, some high-ranking government people. It's usually between 2 to 6 people, right? They're watching all this stuff and seeing how this stuff is playing out, going, all right, this works, this doesn't work.
Oh, for sure.
So, we're just puppets on a stage, by a thread. That's. I think you could probably summarize it like that. We're just puppets.
We're involved in somebody else's games.
Yeah, some sick puppet game that somebody else has in mind. Because I think about what we have to do. We're controlled. People say we're not controlled, but we're controlled.
Oh, for sure.
We're controlled by lights when you drive. We have laws to protect us from each other. And where did all this stuff come from? It came from the government. 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed. Why? Because we had to have laws to govern ourselves.
Well, to make sure that something like this didn't happen, eh?
But it's still happening.
Of course.
The verbiage has changed, but it's still happening.
Well, here we are.
Yeah. So, I don't see us getting better. I see us technology-wise, maybe we get it better, and probably the robots will take over, but we'll have Skynet all over again. That would be it.
All over again? Well, the first time it happened was a movie.
Well, it was 6 movies, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The funny thing too, before we go, and the one with Arnold, right? He fights a female actress, okay, which is a female Terminator, right?
Right.
But nobody says anything about him beating up the female actor.
Well, it was before we were woke.
Even though it's CGI'd, but nobody says anything.
Well, don't get them started.
The only time they mentioned it was when he was trying to go for governor, or when he was governor, and he's like, "You realize it's a movie, right?"
Right.
It's
I didn't actually hit a girl.
Yeah, I didn't face plant her head into the urinal.
Yeah,
you know,
it didn't actually happen.
it's just a movie. And they're like, well, you know, you beat up a woman and, you know, blah, 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 blah. It's like, oh, Jesus. You know, and they do that for the same thing for a lot of different movies. Like, some of them like, wow, you know, this is in there. It's not suitable for kids. And this is, it's like,
come on.
It's a cartoon. It was made up. You know, it wasn't like
Chasing a rabbit with a gun.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, nobody's like Pepe Le Pew. They took him off because they thought
said he was a rapist.
Yeah, really. He's French. I mean, what do you expect? You know?
Oh my goodness.
The French are like that. I mean.
I don't even know what to respond.
But I mean, it's stuff like that. It's stuff like that that just, you know, I don't understand what's going on. I mean, it's people.
Lucky, I guess.
I don't know if it's lucky or if it's just sheer, you know, I don't know what it is, but we're spiraling out of control. We got to pull the nose up on this plane or something, you know, is not going to go through, you know, and we're going to fall through the ice. And maybe we could have, like, you know, I don't know, like maybe, would you want like a winter all year long? Like in the glaciers? Like, what do you call it?
No, we would die.
Not necessarily. I mean, you know.
We're going to have a reverse ice age next, though. It's going to be a heat wave.
I bet it is, because, like for work, I went out at like 7 o'clock this morning, right?
Oh, my God, dude, yeah.
And I was already sweating.
Exactly.
I was like full-fledged.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, full-blown. Like, I started walking up into my job, and they're like, "Oh, you're sweating." I'm like, "Yeah." Look down, I'm like I just ran there.
I look like a whore in church, you know.
Right.
So it's like
I don't know what the hell happened.
It's like, damn, dude, you look like you just took a shower. I'm like, no, this is sweat.
It's just sweat, I swear, which is not better. It's the truth.
It's the truth. It's like, hey, what'd you do? Did you run here? No, I just got out of my car and went inside, which is about 10 feet. You know, like, damn, man.
It's getting ungodly, man. And you even see it in Alaska too. The winters are getting more mild.
Is it really?
Yeah, like everything's different.
I had a dream one time that a glacier. It was like a canal. It was like some sort of canal, right? And it was probably at least about 40 or 50 feet wide, the canal. And then just this glacier was like sort of halfway in the water, halfway out, and just floating down the canal.
Huh.
And I thought that was so odd. I was like, oh, that's different. Never seen a glacier in Florida floating down a canal, but that's different.
Yeah, like the Hillsborough River.
Yeah, like the Hillsborough River almost, yeah. And I'm like,
Huh.
Speaking of that, Mark told me one time that the people who are like, you know, paddleboarding, all that stuff like that, and like they dive and swim in the Hillsborough River, don't realize how many tiger sharks are actually in that river.
Tiger shark?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, because they can swim from fresh water to brackish water.
To brackish, right?
Yeah, so I mean, if you got a 10-foot tiger shark, you know, dun, chomp chomp, I'd hit that bastard right in the eye. You motherfucker.
How'd you know the nickname?
You mother ever. Get the F out of here.
Here comes the tiger. That's how I asked for sex. I'm like, who's ready for a trip to the aquarium?
I am. I'm the tiger. Are you the great white? She's a diver.
It's the tiger shark, bro.
Thank you for joining us on a Wednesday. This is the Social Reload Show for Matt the Savior.
That's me, yeah.
And Bull, thank you so much for joining us.
The bald bull, the big one.
That's right. Join us next week. We'll try to be on either Sunday or Monday, one of the two. If this works out, and actually has both audio, we'll be on either next Monday or Sunday. I don't know. Monday. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's supposed to be Mondays. Monday at 9.
Monday at 9. All right, so here we go. Your famous saying.
Go get you some.
There you go. Join us. Bulls Radio Lounge, YouTube.com, Social Reload Show. We'll see you next week.